The soldier stood in line like anyone else. Uniform crisp, posture calm, no intention of being noticed. He had walked into a Taco Bell in Mobile, Alabama for one simple reason. Dinner, nothing more. He stepped closer to the counter, ready to order. Then he froze. Not because of the menu, not because of the line, but because of two voices behind him. They were young, nervous, careful. Two boys no older than 9 and 13 were moving from table to table near the front of the restaurant. They weren't begging. They weren't causing trouble. They were selling homemade dessert, trying to raise money for their church. The soldier didn't turn around right away. He listened, and then he noticed something else. The boys were wet, cold, and it was getting late. He asked himself one quiet question. Have they eaten tonight? He could have ignored them. He could have told them to leave. He could have asked where their parents were. Instead, he turned. He bent slightly so he was eye level with them and asked gently, "Did you boys have dinner yet?" They shook their heads. That was all he needed to hear. "Come with me," he said. No speech, no hesitation, just a simple gesture toward the counter. He told them to order whatever they wanted. Tacos, drinks, anything. Dinner was on it. The boys stared at him for a moment, unsure if they'd heard correctly. Then their faces lit up. They bounced on their feet, barely able to contain themselves as they waited for their food. Gratitude poured out of them in smiles alone. Nearby, a man sitting alone with his meal stopped chewing. He had seen the whole thing. Something about the moment felt different, real, quiet, powerful. He pulled out his phone and started recording. The soldier didn't notice. He wasn't performing. He sat with the boys, talked to them, laughed with them. He didn't treat them like kids in need. He treated them like equals, like comrades. And as the food arrived and the boys ate, warm at last, the man recording realized something. This wasn't just a kind act. It was a moment that needed to be remembered. As the boys ate, the soldier stayed with them. He asked about school, about their church, about what they wanted to be when they grew up. There was no rush in him, no sense of duty performed, just presence. When the food was gone and the boys stood to leave, one of them looked up at him, eyes wide, voice quiet. "I want to be just like you when I grow up." The words hit harder than any applause ever could. The video ended up online that same night, shared once, then twice, then thousands of times. Strangers across the country watched a soldier do something extraordinary by doing something simple. His name soon followed, Lieutenant Colonel Robert Rinson, a U.S. Army Ranger, a father of 2. When asked why he helped, he didn't talk about heroism. He talked about a line he lives by every day, the Ranger Creed. "Never shall I fail my comrades." He called the boys his comrade. Praise flooded in, but he brushed it away, embarrassed, humbled, insisting this wasn't special, it was normal, the kind of kindness that happens every day if people are willing to see it. But for 2 cold, hungry boys, it wasn't normal. It was unforgettable. They didn't just get dinner that night. They got warmth, respect, and a reason to believe. Sometimes the smallest choices echo the loudest. And that night in a quiet Taco Bell, one soldier fed more than 2 bellies. He fed hope.